Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the channel, and I'm here to talk about some NFL. We're talking about the latest NFL news going around the league. And I've done NBA news, so it's only NBA news I'm going to do today. No other news I want to talk about, so let's get to the NFL. So the Giants and defensive tackle Dexter Lawrence have agreed to terms on a 4-year extension that makes him one of the highest paid defensive linemen in the NFL, sources tell Ian Rappaport and Mike Garofalo. Another extension from GM Joe Schoen for a core member of the team. So they've officially paid Dexter Lawrence a 4-year extension. The Giants are bringing back all their core players: Daniel Jones, Dexter Lawrence. They've signed those two. Now it's time to sign Saquon Barkley coming up next season. Saquon's going to be next. And I low-key think is good. He's a really good nose tackle, and he's so dominant up front. But the Giants are building a really strong core. But the more on the Dexter Lawrence extension, he's earned a 4-year, $90 million extension with $60 million guaranteed to make him one of the highest paid defensive linemen in the NFL, per Ian Rappaport, Mike Garofalo, and Lawrence gets his money. He's just so dominant up front. I think he deserves it. I think it's a great deal for both sides, for Dexter Lawrence and the New York Giants, keep one of their core players, one of their best defensive players up front. So I think he definitely deserves it. It's a great deal for both sides. He's a top 5 defensive tackle in the league. Not a troublemaker. Great kid. Great player. So I absolutely love this deal for the Giants to keep another one of their core players. And if you think this is an overpay, then you're not a football fan. This is a steal for the Giants. But Saquon's probably going to be next to get his bag from the New York Giants. Daniel Jones got Dexter Lawrence. Saquon might be next. But yeah, this is a massive deal for the Giants. Colts, they made a roster move today, per their Twitter. Some roster moves. They have released quarterback Nick Foles. And obviously, we know why they released Nick Foles here. They drafted Anthony Richardson with a number 4 overall pick. And Nick Foles he just doesn't cut anymore. I don't know why they wait this long. But finally, they made the move to decide to release him after they drafted Anthony Richardson. They have, I think, Gardner Minshew, so he might be the starter. Anthony Richardson might be the backup. Maybe that's why they released him. But he's just not good anymore. There's no way Foles to not throw those last few games they played. But he's going to go home at the end of the day and love his wife, I guess. But finally, I don't know what took so long. And the documents have been signed, and the construction on a new Bills stadium is set to begin immediately, so it's officially official. The Buffalo Bills the documents have been signed, and there's going to be no construction on a new Bills stadium. So the stadium's going to be badass, I think. I think it's going to be a really good stadium, new stadium for the Buffalo Bills and their fans. But hopefully they don't screw this up. Let's just hope the Bills don't screw up this stadium here. The Jets, per the New York Jets PR, they have signed wide receiver Randall Cobb. So another weapon there for Aaron Rodgers that was on the Packers with him. Got El Nazard, now Randall Cobb, Garrett Wilson on that receiving core. And not shocked, Jets will let Rodgers run the show, basically. It's just the New York Packers, basically. Like the New York Packers. No one's not really surprised about this. But I hope Garrett Wilson didn't get too excited. It's going to be the Lazard and Cobb show now. It's basically like the Green Bay East. This is a comedy that really writes itself here. The veteran QB Brandon Allen is signing with the 49ers. Sources tell Tom Pelissero and Mike Garofalo. So, decent move there. A little move there for them. Now the Texans are signing veteran tight end Eric Tomlinson. Decent move, I guess. He's probably more like a blocking tight end for the most part, so I think it's a decent little move. One of the biggest commitments ever to an undrafted free agent, the Vikings signed former Army edge Andre Carter II to a deal that includes $40,000 signing bonus and $300K base salary guarantee, a sign they believe Carter can make the roster. And all the amateur mock drafts have him in the first, second round. So he should have been drafted in the first place. I don't know why he went undrafted. Better than Will McDonald. I don't know why he failed. He's a good athlete. I'm surprised nobody took a shot on him, though. The Combine made him fall in kind of the stuff with the Army. But I still don't understand why he didn't get drafted. But really good for him, though. We talked about a few days ago the Jordan Love extension. It's a 1-year extension that can be worth up to $22.5 million. So that's basically an update there on the Jordan Love extension, including $13.5 million guaranteed. Source said a bridge deal that can pay him more than roughly $20 million option. So it's a 1-year, $22.5 million extension, but that's kind of a lot of money though. $22 million. So maybe they have a sign of confidence. So maybe they do have a sign of confidence. The Dolphins are not expected to exercise the 5th-year option on their 2020 first-round picks, offensive lineman Austin Jackson and QB Noah Igbinoghene. How do you say his name? So they previously picked up Tua's option. Amazing considering all 32 teams probably got A's and B's before the 2020 draft. But this isn't a surprise. Like, everyone was scratching their heads when Noah Igbinoghene got picked in the first round. Nobody projected him to go in the 3rd round. And they could have traded down or got him in the 2nd or 3rd. The Dolphins sometimes just suck at drafting. They just really suck at drafting, dude. But yeah, that's really it, I think, because there's nothing else really to talk about. So, yeah. There's a few more little things. The Packers signed 8 of their 13 draft picks, including QB Sean Clifford, and 4 defensive players shows they're on the right path with their defense. The Ravens linebacker Roquan Smith is going to wear number 0, so thank God. So number 18. So Corey Davis is going to remain a J in 2023, and Robert Saleh said you can never have enough receivers. Well, especially when you have Aaron Rodgers trying to maximize the talent. So, DeAndre Swift's going to wear number 0 in Philadelphia. Another number change. But yeah. The Commanders released Chase Roullier. Their center. So, a good 6 years. But they had to make that move. But yeah. That's all safe as video. So, until next Mac Live. Peace.